Meowdy Munchkins! Welcome to Merry Crisis! Actually, today is just a demo, an extended demo that is out specifically for the ongoing Steam Women's Day sale. That's just like, it just launched last night. So this game demo is also featured on it, and the extended demo is out specifically for this sale. Sorry, I'm stumbling over words because I just rushed like setting up everything and I smacked my knee against my bedpost really hard. Mentally split between the pain in my knee and the game. But so this is a visual novel game, dating game where we can I think we can customize everything. We can choose we can fully choose our gender, customize it. We can also customize like choosing between like which love interest we want. I think like between like a male and a female and all. I think it's better to just go in rather than me trying to explain it. But I'm liking like the vibes, just like chill here on the main menu. And also when you hover over here, it's going between, I believe, Singapore and New York, I assume. Don't quote me on the Singapore part because I've never actually like been to Singapore. But I was like really excited because the dev was like really nice when she reached out to me, and like also wanted to say that like I want to support like fellow siblings. So yeah, I think the main premise of the game is that we're coming home to what do you call it? We're coming home to Singapore after like a heartbreak for the holidays, and I think our main choices are gonna be between our ex. Not very inclined to that, but maybe who knows when we talk to them. Our ex, someone who lives next door, our neighbor, and then like our first love, I think. So yeah, let's just get started and see how it goes, you know? Player setup. Okay, character creation time. You know who's been singing, and it's Greg. Are we sure about that? Okay, I'll get the redeem though. Hang on. We're coming back to Singapore, full speed ahead. Hell yeah. Hang on, let me just get the pudding hat and then we can start customizing our character. Actually, I was having a look already on the Steam page between like the different like love interest choices, and I think I'm inclined to pick girls. So I'm a girl. And then for flashback scenes, your character is born. I'm still a girl. And then 3 romanceable characters in the game, all of them gender selectable. I want all of them to be women. We're going Yuri with this one because they gave me the choice, and well, I think the girls are pretty, so. Content warning: this game may explore themes of racial prejudice, homophobia, family conflict, transphobia, and depending on the playable character's identity and choices. Okay. Display in game. Okay, I think we're okay without the warnings. They already gave the warning here at the start. Prologue: the arrival. 22 December. Oh, wow, right before Christmas. Closer than I thought. You sprint down the street. There had been an early sprinkling of snow 2 days ago, and the streets are still slippery with patches of black ice. It's absolute madness to be running full tilt the way you are, but nobody bats an eye. I assume this is in New York still? I don't think it snows in Singapore. Ah yeah, here. You lived here long enough to know that New York City is full of people who are late to something or another. In your case, your flight to Singapore is in less than 4 hours, and you still need to grab your stuff from your apartment. Less than 4 hours? Is this... Okay, I don't know how like the airports in other countries work, like in America and stuff, but like if you're like less than 4 hours here, you're not getting on that plane. Run like my life's on the line, slow down enough to avoid falling flat on my face. We're probably gonna slip on the ice, but we're not gonna make it to that plane. Like Filipino vibes, we're not gonna make it to the plane if we're like this late. Run! You're exaggerating, but not by much. Your mother would probably murder you for missing Christmas dinner, and she's already mad enough that you're only visiting for a week. You're still charging down the street when disaster strikes. Your foot hits a patch of ice, I knew it, and you flail frantically in blind hope of catching a railing. And this is the moment where I bump into someone, right? Like, I love it. Whoa! I knew it! I bump into a love interest. This is the moment. Fortunately, someone catches you in your arm before you faceplant into the sidewalk. It's Nat, your housemate. I know you're excited to come to me, but running on these streets is not a good idea. Liz barks and wags her tail, beaming at you. Keyhole gives you a stern look as though in reproach. This one is Liz, this one's Keyhole. They're so cute! They're so pretty, also with dogs. Okay, never mind, I'm too busy to give the dogs a quick pat, a quick nod before continuing on. I'm never too busy. When you were super busy running for the plane and then all of a sudden, pet the dog. And then go. You technically have no time to spare, but you've never been able to resist these two. You toss a toy bone for Liz and give Keyhole a pat. I was just holding a toy bone. Liz scampers off happily in search of the bone, and Keyhole gives you an imperious bark of satisfaction. Nat watches you, gaze lingering, expression hovering somewhere between fond and sad, and something you still don't have a name for. I think this is our ex, actually. Even now, her voice carries a warmth you've spent the past few weeks trying to forget. Okay, this is our ex. Well, what happened? Why did we break up? It seems like you both still have some sort of feelings. 4 weeks ago. The breakup had been amicable, mature, okay. You'd both been simply moving in opposite directions, or so Nat had put it anyway. I guess difference in life direction? You stand in a kitchen of your shared apartment, reeling from all that had been said and left unsaid. The radiator hisses unevenly in the corner, working overtime to fill the silence. A half-drunk mug of tea sits between you, long since gone cold. You'd sensed that Nat hadn't been happy for a while now. Oh man, that's rough. But you hadn't realized it had gotten this bad, like breakup bad. Are you even happy with me? That should be my question, right? Based on the narration. I'm not unhappy, just too busy in the— okay, I see. They weren't spending a lot of time together and stuff, I guess. Deep down, I know I haven't been happy. I can't be burning bridges, like I haven't even met everyone else. Let's just say I'm not unhappy, just busy. Although that still sounds like a fucking excuse. Truth is, you'd been so busy with your own career that you'd stopped paying attention to what was happening between you and Nat. Perhaps in some ways, you'd willfully refused to see the warning signs because you thought your relationship with Nat was too good to fail. In the last 4 years with Nat had been some of the best years of your life. Stupidly, naively, you had genuinely expected those good times to last forever. Nat reaches over and takes your hand in hers, smooth and warm and big-knuckled. It's a gesture so familiar it makes your heart ache. I love you, but we can't keep going on like this. Oh man, something sharp and desperate claws at your throat. Can't we work this out? Nod silently, I know a dead end when I see one. Well, canonically we're supposed to break up, right? Let's not be pathetic about it. Let's just agree amicably. As much as you wish things had worked out between you, you've lived long enough now to know that some things just don't go the way you want them to. You know a dead end when you see one. The two of you stare at each other from across the table. Silence stretches between you. A new part of you— a part of you wants to cling on, but was there anything left to save? I've never been in this kind of situation, so I'm not really sure. I've seen these things in dramas, though. We're gonna like break up, and then we had our K-drama moment there where I slip on the ice and tumble into her. But like later on down the line, probably, it's gonna be like we just need a little bit of time apart, and then like think about it, and it's the longing. Drama-filled brain. A week passes. December 3. You're still living with Nat in the same tiny apartment. Oh, isn't that kind of awkward? Oh, okay. Wait, no, we're moving out. You've already packed your things into neatly labeled boxes, and you've been scouring websites for apartments to rent, but the New York City rent is sky high. As late 20-something-year-olds without much savings to your name, there just aren't many options. Try my best to move on. I like my belongings. My feelings prove a lot harder to pack up and stow away. Let's see what it says if she says that. The truth is, you're still in love with Nat. You'll keep expecting to wake up curled around her in the bed you once shared, hoping that these past weeks could just disappear like a fog in a cold autumn morning. The boxes continue sitting by the door, a reminder of the life that you had once shared. You try to tell yourself this is for the best, this is what Nat wants. But you see it in Nat's eyes sometimes, moments of weakness where she's unable to hide the way she still feels for you. You can't help thinking that if you just find the right things to say or do, you might be able to save this relationship. I guess that's why she's also a love interest that you could romance your ex because both of you still clearly have feelings for each other. It's just, and it's not that it ended insanely badly. It's just, you know, you guys are like, we've been drifting apart. It's not nice, not having fun. Then, you know, later on with a little break, okay. Car honks loudly. It's the sound of traffic that transports you back to the cold street. Breath fogging in the December air. It's beginning to snow properly now. Tiny snowflakes settle in Nat's hair, the shoulders of her jacket. Vexy, I lean in to brush them off. Yeah. Let's play all sides again, just like Road to Empress. Before you realize what you're doing, you reach out gently to brush the snow from Nat's hair, tucking a stray strand behind her ear. Ah, look at her blush. You hear a soft intake of breath when your fingers graze her ear. Nat blinks, cheeks coloring slightly in surprise. You pull your hand back, wondering if you've crossed the line. But Nat's gaze is warm, and it makes you wonder if she, too, is thinking of all the winter holidays you had spent together, making snow angels and sipping hot chocolate by a window. That sounds comfy. For a moment, you can just pretend that you're 21 again, college seniors, still in love and full of hope for the future. The space between you seems to crackle, but the silence is a thick layer of hard-packed ice. It's Nat who breaks the silence. When does your flight leave? 3.5 hours. Oh, I was here for 30 minutes? Well, it said less than 4 hours earlier, so okay. With a change of expression worthy of an 80s sitcom, all the color bleeds out of Nat's face. Shit, need a lift? At your hesitation, Nat waves a hand. It's no problem. What's the point of a holiday if you can't even use it to save a... You gotta have to say friend, I'm sorry. A housemate! Not even friend. Reduced to housemate. A housemate in time of crisis. The hesitation when Nat said housemate makes your heart constrict. I can't keep relying on Nat like this. Give a grateful hug and thank you. How could I repay you? You want my firstborn child? No, let's just say thank you. You pull Nat into a hug. Lets out a small sound of surprise, but a second later relaxes into your arms. You breathe deeply, inhaling the familiar scent of Nat. For a moment, you could almost pretend that nothing had changed between you. The thought brings a warm sting to your eyes and you step back, blinking quickly. Thanks, Nat. I really appreciate it. Nat's expression is gentle, but you catch a flicker of something you can't quite decipher. En route to JFK. Nat's one of the few New Yorkers who you know owns a set of wheels. You've spent countless weekends exploring small towns along the Hudson River, hiking nearby Catskills, and going on road trips. I'm gonna assume those are all like real places and real activities to do, but I don't. You've been driving through a blizzard to Quebec, singing terrible pop songs at the top of your lungs when you first realize how in love you and Nat were. Well, I could kind of imagine it even if I don't know the places that well. At the next stop sign, Nat turns to glance at you. What will you say when your family asks you what you're still doing in New York? You'd expected to return to Singapore after college, but you started dating Nat in senior year, so you found a way to stay a little longer. 1 year led to the next, and before you knew it, you'd spent nearly 3 years in New York after graduating. Do miss Singapore, wonder what I'm still doing here. Even without Nat, New York's starting to feel like home. I wonder what I'm still doing here. We gotta explore our options. At this point, you've been in New York for 7 years. You have a small circle of friends and favorite spots, things you hate about the city and things you defend to the ends of the earth. But some days, there's a deep ache that niggles at you when you think about returning home. There's like a homesickness or something. Nat never pushed you to settle into New York, but you knew it had put a strain on your relationship, not knowing if you'd one day want to move back to Singapore. At times, you'd wonder if the breakup had always been inevitable. Without Nat, you're not sure there's anything left in the city for you. Okay, so if I pick the other option, she'd be like, well, you know, I stayed because I want to, I really like this place. But this one was just like, I kinda just stayed for Nat. You let out a long exhale and then look through the window of your sidecar. Maybe I'd like to return home someday. Nat stares at you for a long time, the pain in her eyes unmistakable. Oh, sorry. There's a brief silence. I don't know if the city will feel the same without you. The traffic light turns green again finally, and Nat starts the car up again. This is kind of an awkward car ride, huh? Although I think I made it awkward. Nat slides into a spot at the airport drop-off area. See you when I get back? You can't help but think about all the times Nat had driven you to the airport, kissed you goodbye, and told you how much she'd miss you while you were gone. How many things you had done together without knowing it would be the last time. Nat reaches across the center console and takes your hand. Your heart leaps to your throat. There's something soft and unguarded in her gaze that makes you want to lean in. That's a terrible idea. Let's just say goodbye. Let's not do this. You squeeze your eyes shut and force yourself to take a deep breath before turning back to Nat. But she doesn't follow us to Singapore, does she? Or maybe she does, because how else? Like, trying to visualize. Like, in the long run, maybe it's in the demo, maybe she doesn't, but I'm not sure. But in the long run, when it's the full game, since she's got a route too, I feel like maybe she follows to Singapore. Or that, or you just keep saying, I want to go back to New York, I want to go back to New York. Maybe it's something like that, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, take a deep breath before turning back to Nat. Merry Christmas, Nat. You shut the car door behind you, heart thudding in your chest. You'd been a whisker away from a bad decision. I mean, yeah, why would you just start go kiss your ex like you just broke up? One very long flight later. Oh, actually, how long is the flight? Oh, that's like 2 days later. Okay. It's already the eve. You wheel your luggage into the lift of your public housing block. The doors are about to clang shut when someone dashes towards you at full speed. I stick out a hand to stop the door. Oh my god, poke it. Oh, stop the door. I didn't even have time to click everything, read everything because there was a timer. You leap into action, but the lift completely ignores your valiant hand waving. The old lifts have a mind of their own. Oh, GG. I'm not gonna lie. Stopping it with your foot, your boot, it feels like I'm gonna get murdered, but okay. Hello! This is our love interest. I think this is my neighbor. A second later, the doors jerk back open, and the person strolls in, grinning at you. Wow, nearly lost your fingers for me. Appreciate it. You're welcome. I panicked. I didn't even see the other buttons. For you, anything? Goddamn, flirting already. We just got here. Give the woman a friendly smile, shrug, and jerk at the chin buttons floor. I'll just give him a smile. You know, I don't really know her that well yet. Smiles back at you, steps into the lift. She reaches out to press the button for the 11th floor, the one you live on. You put two and two together. This must be Shay, your neighbor's new tenant. The one your mother complains about never. Why does she complain? The company she brings home, late night jamming sessions with her bandmates. Oh, musician! The muddy mountain bike track she leaves in the corridor. You study the woman in greater detail, and the lift starts trundling upward. She's wearing black ripped jeans, a sleeveless red tee which shows off strong shoulders, defined muscles, and tan sun-kissed skin. There's a guitar case slung over her shoulder. When you return your gaze to the woman's eyes, you realize you've been caught staring. She winks at you. Like, what? Oh, she's flirty. Okay. Her voice is low, playfully flirtatious, and you can definitely see why your mother disapproved. Ah, mother is gonna disapprove, but I'm kind of liking her. I'm sorry, I just heard a lot about you, Shay, right? We're neighbors. Blink brain shortly. Okay, you happen to flirt with everyone you meet in the lift? Let's not bring that up immediately. Oh wait, I accidentally pressed the log. Okay, here. Shay, right? Lifts eyebrows in surprise and realization dawns. Alright, your mother talks about you all the— She does? What does she say? Complains about how I left home, no doubt. Shay's smile broadens, among other things. Oh, okay, so it is about how I left home. Your conversation is interrupted by a loud ding as the lift arrives on your floor. You step out of the lift and into the corridor after Shay. You spent countless afternoons kicking a ball back and forth along this corridor with your brother. Oh, it looks so nice. I love how much plants we have around too. Looks cozy. But it's the 11th floor, so my fear of heights kicks in. At least we can't see it like being that high from here. Like, I can still see like the tops of trees here. Yes, the trees could just be really tall, but it makes me feel like I'm closer to the ground. You catalog the changes since the last time you've been back for Lunar New Year. It's been more than 8 months since then, much to your mother's disapproval. For one, there's a new row of thriving plants extending from your family's unit to the one next door. She smiles at you and gestures down the corridor. Want to be introduced to the fam? You blink a split second later, realizing she's referring to her plants. Hey, sure, why not? It's your plants, apparently. I think they're nice. She introduced each plant to you in loving detail. A finicky orchid, the indestructible ZZ plant, and the drama queen fiddle leaf fig. Finally, Shay waves at your family, sad... What is that word? Bougainvillea? That's been neglected for years. Hey, maybe you could give this poor soul some TLC while you're here. I'm only here for a week. Oh. Oh man, the way her face went like... Oh. It's like the kid waving meme and then he stops smiling. Shay's face falls slightly, but she recovers quickly. We'll make it count. See you around, neighbor. You continue your way down the corridor to your unit. I'm home. Wow, look at this stuff in the back. Oh no, Mother's rushing out of the kitchen. She smacks you in the arm. Ow, what? Why? You should have come back a week earlier or stayed a week longer. 1 week. Pathetic. Not even enough time to binge watch a K-drama. True! True. A second later, she pulls you into a brief hug. She's never been a particularly physically affectionate person, but she does hug you each time you come back to visit. Ah, that's sweet. You return the embrace. In your arms, she feels smaller, thinner than you remember. Your dad comes out of his room at the commotion. He, on the other hand, has grown a belly. There you are. You should have let us pick you up from the airport. No need to waste money on a taxi. He waves a hand at the containers on the table, beaming proudly. I dabowed. Takeaway, okay. Your favorite stall at the Red Hill Market. Your mother frowns accusatorily at you, taking in your ravenous expression. Sometimes I think you come back for the food more than us. Your dad shrugs. I'm happy as long as something works as bait. Where's D? Oh, younger brother. He's hanging out with a friend, again on Christmas Eve. It makes an apostrophe mark. She makes apostrophe marks with her fingers at the word friend and shares a meaningful glance with your father. You take this with a pinch of salt. Your mother simply has a habit of assuming things that she'd like to believe. And yet, she'd done the opposite with Nat, continuing to refer to her as a flatmate months after you told them about your relationship. I suppose that for them, it's just easier than confronting the fact that you were dating a Black American instead of a Chinese Singaporean of the quote-unquote wrong gender too. Oh, here's the thing. Okay. Hi, Chi. Hi! Have a good stream. Thank you, Kapen. Thank you for dropping by. Hi, Chi from Singapore. Hi, Marquise. Welcome. We just got to Singapore, actually. I like how they've included some... I guess those are actually Singaporean words, and then they put, like, the translation on the top leftish. I'm learning a little bit. Though I might be saying them wrong, huh? Hydrate. Oh, yeah, thank you. That's helpful because, it's not voiced. Alright, thank you for the hydrate redeem. Before you can sink further into these thoughts, the front door swings open violently. Your younger brother tosses aside his socks and bag by the gate and sachets into the house. Oh, your younger brother he looks taller than your dad, or maybe it's just the fluff of his hair. Hello, something smells amazing. Can I have some? Wait, is his name actually D, or was that I thought it was a word. I thought it was a word. Is it actually his name? Can I have some? Your mother rolls her eyes and mutters something about the bottomless stomachs, but waves everyone over to the dining room. D? Yeah, D. It said like D equals younger brother earlier, so I thought it was a word, but I think it's possible that it might have just been his name. I'm not sure. Elbow my brother smirking. Mom thinks you were on a date. D's not now. Nod at him slightly awkwardly. Hi. Smile at him. Sup. We used to be close, but we've grown apart since I've left. No, we're gonna be sibling joshing, right? Mom thinks you were on a date. Oh no, sorry, Mom. Mom glares at you betrayed, but your brother only laughs. Your mother's eyes light up with hope. So it's true. I can neither confirm nor deny. Why? Why so secretive? Your brother planks down in the seat next to you. Every time I see you, you look older than I remember. That's exactly how aging works, genius. Sucks to be you. At least I'm not the one getting dumber every year. Oh. Sibling arguments. You two grin at each other. You never admit it out loud, but it's good to see him. The first couple of minutes, there's only the sound of utensils scraping as all four of you practically inhale the food. Hell yeah. It's truly the best you've tasted in weeks, maybe months. After the feeding frenzy has died down, conversation resumes. So, how have you been? Tell about my life in New York, answer vaguely, mostly silent. I don't know, I feel like they have a nice family relationship. I guess we could just tell them. You tell them about your job, a new hole-in-the-wall Chinese restaurant you discovered, and the latest dating disaster that has befallen Kenny, son of a family friend. It's almost as though you'd never left. Once you'd warmed up a little, you start talking more about yourself and how you've been. You talk about a record deal you'd gotten. Ooh, wow, a record deal. And how they'd given green light on your draft album. We're also a musician, which is still on track for a release in spring next year. Your parents had never been too keen on you making music for a living, but at this, your mother slips you a small smile. Aw, she gets proud because you can have your album released. Your father has been karaokeing to your YouTube channel. Oh gosh. Bro, if somebody ever said that to me... Bro, I get embarrassed at the thought of that. If somebody ever said that to me, I'd be like, It's good, very catchy. Your brother smirks. He sings so loud the neighbors know it now. Eventually, conversation turns to Nat, and even though you had intended to tell them about the breakup, you can't bring yourself to in the end. Aw. Soon, the food has been polished off. After lunch. You're in the kitchen with your mother, helping to clear up. When you were younger, you'd resented the fact that your mother had never really expected your brother and father to help with most of the cooking or cleaning. Oh. But it's for that reason that the kitchen had been one of the few quiet, intimate places that you shared with your mother. A sanctum of sorts. Oh, that's kind of sweet, though. She'd always been the most comfortable talking to you about difficult topics amidst the cooking fumes and the sound of sizzling oil. Standing side by side today at the sink, you can't help but feel that bit of old closeness. I wonder if we'll talk about the breakup here, now that the music's died down. You know, your father... What? She stops abruptly, waves her hand to you dismissively, and changing tact. Well, we're both not getting any younger. She's been saying this for years in an attempt to guilt-trip you into returning home, but this time her tone makes you think that there might be more to it than she's letting on. Oh, I'll be sad if they're sick. Just as you're about to ask her what she means, she shakes her head and turns away. Your mother walks off to tie up the garbage into a plastic bag. When she returns, her expression has softened into a smile. It's good to have you back. I just wish you'd stay longer. You blink. Classic behavior from her, something almost tender, bundled up with a jab, all to distract you from what she'd been about to say earlier. Cancer? No, I hope not. Dude, that's like really sad though. Like, your daughter has been in another country all this time for like 7 years, keeps going like, yeah, come home, yeah, come home, but then she doesn't come home, only visits for like holidays. And then now if they're sick, if they're like genuinely sick and then they're dying, I'm gonna be like heartbroken. Like, there's no way I could go with the let's go back to New York if that's true. Like, my conscience would be like, I want to stay with my family. What were you about to say? I miss you guys too. She said it's good to have you back, but I just used to. And then Psyche play, bro, I was just gonna start crying. I'm weak to family themes. I know it's a dating game, but if I had to choose between the dating and the family, and if the family is dying, I'm gonna pick the family. You can always find another date. You only have one family, and it seems like she does get along with them to an extent anyway. Oh, should I just let her be? I don't think she would say it now. Let me save, actually. I haven't tried it. Let's save, and then let's try to ask what she was about to say. If it doesn't come out that well, I want to go like, I miss you guys too instead. Your mother shakes her head, as stubborn as you are. Nothing. Just tell your father not to eat so much oily fried food, okay? Oh no, he's sick, isn't he? In some way. You nod, just about to follow up with another question, but your mother clamps her mouth shut. It's a clear signal that that's all she will say in the matter. Heart problems? No! Right as you head out of the kitchen to throw out the trash, your mom adds tentatively, "So how are things with you and Nat?" You're not sure whether to be touched or horrified that she's finally recognizing your relationship with Nat now that it's finally over. I'm not getting into this. What do you care? You never liked Nat anyway. I'm not gonna start a fight. I'll just tell her we broke up. Your grandma has that too far. Oh no, rip. I hope it's managed well. It's tough, right? I'm sure there's a lot of like maintenance medicines and things to watch out for. You've never really been the type to go into details about your love life with your family, but you do mention that from time to time, and she has features in your phone calls. Plus diabetes. Oh no, that's extra tough. So that hits you. Oh, it's okay, understandable. The news spills out of you before you could stop yourself. We broke up. Oh no, how come? You sigh, wondering how to summarize all the subtle tides that had, little by little, carried you both in different directions. I guess, in the end, it just felt like we didn't really belong in each other's worlds. I feel like it's also extra hitting in the sense that there is no music right now. So, like, from the cheerful music that we had earlier while we were... The one in New York was a little cheery, even though a little bit, like, melancholic, I guess, because all of the lines were kind of sad. And then the Singapore one was all cheery, and then there's no music here, so it got real. I guess in the end, we just didn't really belong in each other's worlds. You brace yourself, waiting for her to say something about how she'd told you to date a Chinese Singaporean, but she doesn't. In fact, she actually does look sorry for you, even though her tone is gruff. So you're still her child. Of course she'll like care. With the internet, is there still such a thing as different worlds? Meh. You draw in a long breath and then shrug. Honestly, you're surprised at how much your mother's actually trying to talk to you. That's new. The two of you stand wordlessly in the kitchen for a while until finally, you grab the trash bag and head out. Meh's like, yeah. I guess is that part of like Singaporean like dialects or when you're talking? Because I feel like the usage of meh is similar to how everybody else would use meh as well. Maybe it was like taken from that, yeah. Yup, okay. Oh man, music's back after that. It's kinda tough. Singlish. Oh. Just as you're rounding the corner to the shared rubbish chute, you bump into Shay. Shay repotting one of her plants in the corridor, humming a little tune as she works. She pauses and looks up as you walk past. She brightens and gives you an enthusiastic wave, nearly flinging a couple of clods of mud at you in the process. Chat with Shay? Okay, sure. You draw a little closer. Are you singing to your plants? After carefully setting the plant to its new pot, Shay straightens and smiles at you. Or to you, if you'd like. Damn! Always flirting. To your surprise, Shay actually begins to sing the chorus of the song she'd been humming, her voice oak-timbered and rough-hewn. You roll your eyes but can't help smiling. Alright, save it for the fiddly fig. I've been meaning to ask for your number. Oh, damn. Just like that, no dinner. How would you arrange a dinner date without having their number, though? Sure, but if you piss me off, I pass your number to my mom so she can rant at you. Rather not. It's an American number anyway. Let's joke. Let's joke back. Relationship updated. What does this mean? Is it in my journal? Oh no. The journal is about my life right now. Is it in my characters? Oh, here. Oh my god. I've completely friend-zoned Nat. You are first love. Oh my god, she's pretty. You haven't spoken in years, but you still harbor some resentment. Oh my god, what happened to us? Yeah, we're friendly. Oh my god, I'm gonna friend zone everybody, aren't I? Shay lets out a throaty laugh. I'm playing a Christmas gig tomorrow. Wanna come? We just met 5 minutes ago, and you want me to spend Christmas with you? Shay Nat. Shay. My brain is scattering. I called her Shay Nat. Nat's the other person. Shay winks at you. Great music, drinks on me after. What better way to spend Christmas? Besides, you're the one who wanted the dinner date. Anyway, no pressure. I'll send you the deets and you can decide later. You nod, mulling it over as you head back into the house. But on Christmas Day? Have you invited any other day? I don't know. Like, what if our family has plans on Christmas Day? Shouldn't you stay with them? Meowdy. Hi, Commissary. Welcome, welcome. Because, I mean, like, we came back to Singapore in the first place to celebrate Christmas with our family. Why would we go out on a date instead of going to my Christmas dinner? Oh my god, guys. I'm failing the romance because all I'm thinking about is family. Holy shit. Don't trust this woman. She's a Knicks fan. I don't know anything about... Is that basketball? Like... I've watched exactly one NBA game, and that's because there was nothing else to watch on hotel television. I have no idea about anything else about basketball. You can already hear your mother in your head, grumbling about bad influences who drag you out wild late-night parties instead of spending time with family and Christmas. Exactly, spending time with family in Christmas. New York basketball team, they are in fact bad. Oh no! I don't know anything about basketball. I only know like the memes about like is it LeBron? Yeah, I only know the memes about LeBron and like the Lakers need you. That's the only team I know because of the Lakers need you memes where someone messages you with a LeBron profile pic. Junior college, equivalent of high school grade 11, 12. Okay. After dinner that night, you get a call from Junie, your best friend from junior college. You're back in Singapore, finally! I stare at a picture of you at my phone once every couple of months so I don't forget what you look like. You laugh. You've been friends for years. So you know just how dramatic she can be. That's creepy! What if it's just like your wallpaper, like the two of you like in a selfie or something? I don't know. Also, I literally just video called you a month ago. Still, you got plenty of to update each other about. Oh, I actually wonder, New York to Singapore isn't that a big time zone difference? That means video calling each other, sacrificing one or the other's sleep schedule? I don't know. Eventually, the conversation loops around to the class reunion scheduled the day after Christmas. By the way, Chu confirmed that she's coming to dinner. Your heart twists. It's been nearly a decade since you'd last seen Chu. Feels as though you'd met each other a lifetime ago now. 9 day. Oh dear. 8 years ago. Flashback. You were at a party with Junie and her boyfriend, Tech. At some point, between the rowdy drinking games and chit-chat, you wander out to the pool alone for a bit of a breather. You get a few seconds of blissful solitude before someone else slips out the back door and joins you. By God! She got the leather jacket and everything! It's true. You've seen her around in school, and you've seen her name on every single dean's list since the dawn of time. You think that she's got a reputation for being aloof, but you've never really spoken until today. But I thought she was like our old-time friend. Okay. Needed some peace and quiet? You laugh and raise an eyebrow at her pointedly. Yeah, well, I'm not going to get it now. Conversation starts small, school, mutual friends, favorite bands, and then somehow, momentum sweeps you both along with it. Chu listens more than she talks. Her attention feels all-encapsulating. Time passes in a hazy blur, thick and viscous. You keep talking longer than you'd planned to. People occasionally come in and out the back door, but you barely even notice. For who knows how long, nothing pierces the bubble that forms around you two. Eventually, though, the party begins to empty out, and the few people remaining come streaming out of the house. Suddenly, there's a loud whoop, and the host dives headlong into the pool with a massive splash. A second later, everyone hoots and plunges in after him one by one, cackling and cheering erupts around you. Alright, seems like the madness is starting. I'm heading home. You? Laugh and jump into the pool as well, dragging Chu along with me. Nah, let's get out of here. Let's not... that could make a good moment, but also... me saving as if, like, this isn't the demo, like this is gonna long run affect me. Sure, let's get out of here. Two of you say your goodbyes to the rest and walk to the house together. You linger at the front gate. There are no stars, and you can't... not that you can see anyway, but the sparkle in Chu's eyes is close enough. It seems neither if you want to say goodbye just yet. See, now we had a private moment instead of a moment with everybody else at the party. Although I still think they could just have their bubble thing. They said they could... No! The motion is so quick, you're not sure if you'd imagined it, but you can just about swear to you see Chu's eyes dip down to your lips. Hey, yo! You gonna kiss me? Huh? The hookup? Press her up against the house's side wall and kiss her. Take a deep breath and let the moment pass. What if I take the lead? Are you okay with that? One thing led to another tonight, but you certainly hadn't expected it to lead to your kiss is bruising. Chu's hands come up to grip your hips and the world swirls all around you. When she finally pulls away, she's breathing hard, eyes still dark with oh my god. So how are you getting home? Wanna walk together? You smile, glad that Chu finally made to make the night last just a little longer. Yo! Weeks pass. After that, the two of you go back to your separate parallel lives. Occasionally, you'll bump into each other in the hallways between classes, but that kiss slowly fades into memory. Damn, it was a one-time thing, huh? That is until the final year of junior college. Oh? As fate would have it, Chu transfers into your class and gets assigned a seat next to you. Oh my god, and they were desk mates. Well, I mean, like, seat mates. their desks are not connected. There's an inescapable intimacy sitting shoulder to shoulder for hours every day, watching Chu take notes in her absurdly neat handwriting. As the days go by, the two of you begin spending more and more time with each other after class. Flirt openly with Chu? Ew? Cold, almost competitive. What is this? Only I can be the dean's solicitor. No, keep my feelings to myself. Oh, wait. If they had this kind of thing going on, then does that mean that's why we have, like, in the journal, in the characters list, I mean, is that why it's, like, harbor some resentment? Is it because we was so flirty and shit, and then, like, we left for New York? Is this how it is, or is there something else? Let's see. They don't have a name for it yet. But every time her eyes meet yours across the classroom, there's a sharp tug on your gut. You find every opportunity to tease Q at Chu and make her laugh. Whenever she smiles or blushes, you feel your heart flutter just a little. Even your classmates begin to notice, and it becomes a running joke in your class. When you ask if it's too much, if she'd prefer you left her alone, Chu flushes right down her neck. No, it's fine. Aw, it's kinda cute. From that moment on, you start thinking, hoping, maybe, just maybe, she feels the same way about you. One afternoon, after cheering your school team at a football match, you're on your way home when you realize you've left your wallet behind. Cursing, you turn back and the storm hits. By the time you locate your wallet face down in a puddle at the edge of a field, aw man, does that mean the money's messed up too because it was in a puddle? You're so true. As you bend to pick the wallet up, a shadow comes up over you. It's the umbrella thing. It's the umbrella thing, guys. It's Chu, trying valiantly to hold an umbrella over the two of you, but this rain looks like way too much for a little umbrella, huh? Rain's coming at you in great horizontal sheets, and the wind is yanking the umbrella around, despite Chu's best efforts to keep it upright. At least it's not a foldable umbrella. It's like the proper umbrella, like the big one, because I like with this kind of rain, the foldable would have just like flown away at this point or broken. Thanks, but I'm not sure the umbrella's doing much at this point. Didn't realize you were such a defeatist. By the time you reach the shelter of the bus stop, you're both soaked to the bone and breathing hard from the sprint. Chu looks down at her drenched clothes, pushes a wet strand of hair out of her face. Damn, that hairstyle. The bus stop is deserted. Buses must have gone by, which means there's a long wait ahead. Aren't all umbrellas foldable? I mean, technically... I don't know what to call it. I was thinking of like the small ones that like they can be pushed, like the, what do you call it? The stem? I don't know the anatomy of an umbrella. The middle part, the stick part can be pushed into each other and then it fits in a bag, like the tiny ones. That's what I was thinking of. The rain's loud enough so that there's no pressure to talk, but Chu holds your gaze instead of taking out her phone. You just call them purse umbrellas. Oh, for me, I just call it like foldable, but then you kind of got a point. Even if it's the regular umbrella, you know, when you close it, it's folding it in. As you study Chu, you notice that her lips have gone slightly pale and she's shivering slightly. Oh, is she getting sick or... Jesus, you look like you're on the verge of death. I might be. Let's huddle close. I could huddle close for warmth. Hypothermia in a tropical country. Tomorrow's breaking news. Oh no, that's like joshing. It's like, this is like probably the friend thing. Chew blinks and arches an eyebrow. You see a spark of amusement in her eyes. Are you taking advantage of the situation? Yes. Straight face. Yes. You grin, stepping closer. Suddenly your face is only inches from yours. I get it now, guys. I get it. I know what it is. See, if you look at everyone's eyes, I think it's only Chu who's got that fucking constant half-lidded bedroom-looking eyes. which is probably why I'm like, damn, every time, huh? Maybe just a little. Just a second later, Chu's leaning in, slow enough for you to pull back if you wanted. Nah, I'm good. Your lips meet, you and... Oh wait, we were kissing? I thought we were hugging. Okay, I thought it was my bad. When your lips meet and your hands go up to Chu's hips, an involuntary tremor runs through her. It's almost certain that you're almost certain it's not from the cold. A second later, a wave of water splashes into the bus stop, hitting the back of your legs. You step back, only to catch the bus trundle away and disappear around the corner. Oh shit, there goes my bus. A moment later, your bus pulls up. You give Chu a jaunty wave. Chu splutters. What, you're gonna abandon me here after? Chu flounders and doesn't finish the sentence. You climb aboard, suppressing a grin. Though you won't admit it to Chu, your heart's still doing loop-the-loops in your chest. See you tomorrow. You really laughed there. Okay. From that day on, there's no turning back. You fall fast and hard for each other. You might see each other every day. You see each other every day and spend hours talking on the phone in the middle of the night. Messages exchanged in the margin of literature books. A dozen different ways to type I love you on a graphing calculator. You could type I love you on a graphing calculator? It's far from the kind of romance that you've been told to expect that you hadn't admitted to. It's far from the kind of romance you've been told to expect that you hadn't admitted it to yourself until it bludgeons you on the head. Okay. But in hindsight, the sweetness of sinking gently into that relationship will always be tainted by the memory of how things had soured between you two. Okay, how did it sour? Is it really like the move to New York? Graphing calculators are something else that kind of scare me. Okay, before we go back to the present, I'm gonna Google a graphing calculator. Just so we're on the same, like, wavelength. Calculator. Let's see. Oh, what the fuck? No, actually, because I've never seen a graphing calculator, apparently. I was imagining the wrong thing. I didn't know you could actually put graphs on a what? What? It's because I was always like, when I attended school and classes, they were always like, no calculator, no calculator. So I had no idea. Holy shit. That's intense. Junie clears her throat, reminding you that she's still on the phone. You can run Doom on them. Oh my god. Of course you can. So, you're coming to the class reunion, right? Could you just run Doom on anything? Yes, I'm over Chu. Thought of seeing Chu again makes my heart twist in complex ways. I don't really want to see Chu, but I'll survive. Let's just say it makes her heart twist in complex ways. This isn't just a yes or no. This is a Relationship updated. What happened? Oh my god. Your relationship is complicated. Oh fuck. Pretty sure you could run Doom on a pregnancy machine. What? Why would... Easily? Oh my goodness. It's been years since before you'd stop itching to look her up on social media to see what she was doing. Now curiosity resurfaces. Maybe you wouldn't be feeling like this if you'd still been happily in a relationship with Nat. But now, single again, you can't help but let yourself wonder what it would be like to see Chu after all these years. Would she be dangerously similar to the person you'd fallen in love with as a teenager? Yay! Junie's exclamation nearly blows out your eardrums. Fortunately, you had the foresight to hold your phone an inch away from your ear. Having extracted your promise to attend the reunion, Junie hangs up a little while longer. You fall asleep that night, with your mind still swirling in memories of a life you thought you left behind. Today, Fukseng. Seafood restaurant, I guess? The rest of Christmas unfolds the way it usually does. Hectic, noisy, your extended family asking you too many questions you don't have the answers for. Halfway through dinner, You get a message from Nat, accompanied with a selfie with the dogs and Nat's parents out on a morning stroll. Merry Christmas. Oh my god, the heart emoji. Hope you're eating all the chili crab on my behalf. If you want to call for a bit later tonight, let me know. The heart symbol in the message makes your heart throb. You try to tell yourself it had probably been an accident. Frequently use emojis and fat thumbs. There is also a message from Shay with the address for the show she's doing tonight as she promised. You heard from your mom you're a musician too. If you come tonight, you could totally guest star. Oh, it's also a leather jacket. Oh. She's exactly the same through text as she is in real life. Flirty, irreverent, teasing. You text back and forth for a bit before your mother glares at you. Why are we texting at the family dinner? Reluctantly, you pull your phone away until after dinner. Once dinner winds down, you head out of the restaurant with your family. Nat and Shay's messages await your reply. I mean, Nat's been sweet. And Shay... So going either or doesn't cancel out the family dinner, so that's okay with me. I guess I don't have the option to see Chu because I didn't go to the, what do you call it? Class reunion, so I guess Chu would have been class reunion. So I would have had all 3 choices, but because I didn't commit to that, I have 2 choices. You saying you don't text at a family dinner? Okay, yeah, I guess it depends. But it's only like until like there starts to be food on the table, because I always take pictures of food. I'm that type of person. I take pictures of food, so when there's food on the table, I stop. I mean, we're really friendly with Nat. Chu is complicated. And we're also pretty friendly with Shay. We're friendly with everybody. Oh, wait, there's more characters. Even Junie's here. Mom! Papa. D. Oh, the dogs. Kiho. Liz. Oh, that's so cute. Even the dogs are on the character list. You gotta post some food pics in Discord. When I can, then. Let's see. I don't know if I want a video call or if I want to go to the performance. I think I'm torn because I don't have a strong preference between Nat or Shay. If Chu was on the list, damn, I fucked that up, huh? I don't know how to navigate Nat that well, honestly. I don't know the feeling that they would be having since they broke up, but they still like each other. And then they're having this complicated. I feel like it's also complicated with Nat. I think maybe we'll go to Shay's performance, not because of anything other than the fact that, assuming that after this 1 week she already has a flight booked back to New York, we'll see Nat again anyways, but this is the only time to get to know Shay in a way, huh? That's my logic, but I don't really know. You text to Shay you'll be there and make your way to the address she sent. Plus, we're both musicians. Let's go. At the live music venue. Wow! I like the lights. As soon as you arrive at Fat Dog Brewery, a roadside burger place and live music venue, where Shay and her band were performing. There's an open-air patio with high tables and fairy lights strung up along the sides. You spot Shay as she's about to follow her bandmates up on stage. Hey, you made it! I feel accomplished for not having had a complicated relationship. Same. But then here I am with the I feel accomplished having not had the relationship. I don't understand. Like, as much as I love dramas, like, real talk, as much as I love dramas, watching romances and all that, and then playing all these, like, you know, FMVs, dating games, etc., I don't actually fully understand the concept of love. So... Hey, you made it! Shay flashes you a wide smile when she sees you. She's genuinely delighted, as though she had been she hadn't been sure you'd actually come. Yeah, I wasn't sure either, so I understand. She's about to say more when her bandmate yells impatiently from the stage. Alright, flirt later. Get the show started. Okay, catch you in a bit. Join in the performance. Shay hops the stairs and joins her bandmates. Ah, we got a CG from this. Oh my god, she's even the guitarist and the singer. Bro, she got everything. Or is that a... No, that is a guitar. Is this an electric guitar or a bass? I'm not really sure. And a drummer. Okay. The space is facing the stage is already packed with people. With some creative maneuvering, you manage to weave your way towards the front. The first song starts with a snazzy drum beat and explodes into a fast almost read as Rick-rolling melody. Rollicking melody. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Wait, what? What this song about? The lyrics are absolutely ridiculous, and honestly, you expected nothing less from Shay. By the time the chorus comes around, most of the crowd is snorting with laughter and clapping or singing along. After the silly upbeat opener, the band eases into a couple of original songs. Your gaze zeroes in on Shay as she effortlessly works her magic. Huh? Yeah, what was that lyric? You hadn't been sure what to expect. Guitar looks like stare. Ooh. Guess they're never gonna give you up, my god. You hadn't been sure what to expect when Shay first asked you to come, but you're completely swept up by the music. Close to the end of the hour-long set, Shay's gaze picks you out amongst the crowd. I'd like to ask if a special guest would like to close out the night with us. A ripple of surprised oohs at this. Heads swivel in all directions, curious. Shay shoots you a warm, playful smile, waiting for your answer. Whatever, why not? We're already here, right? Loud cheering from the crowd as you climb on stage. When Shay introduces you to the crowd, they go wild for you. Someone cups their mouth and shouts, "I love you!" Either a fan or a very drunk person. Shall we do borrowed time? You nod, surprised that Shay knows it. Probably thanks to your mom, who tells everyone who will listen about your songs. This is an original song I wrote. It's about moments you wish could last forever. Once the audience quiets slightly, you give the signal to begin. You performed this song to a crowd dozens of times before, but this still gives you a thrill each and every time. Shay's guitar weaves a soaring thread around your voice. Then, in the second verse, Shay steps closer to share the microphone and joins in, voice harmonizing with yours. Wow! Didn't even practice this, you guys are just harmonizing just like that, damn! There's a raw undercurrent of vulnerability in Shay's voice that feels so intimate that you find yourself holding your breath, unable to look away. The two of you trade the bridge back and forth, improvising a duet. You make instinctive adjustments, stretching some of the notes and shortening others, carving out space for Shay's voice and guitar just as she does for you. Holy shit, we're just doing this, no communication at all, no practice? That's crazy. The string lights illuminate Shay's face as she sings, face inches from yours. Your eyes flicker shut, you let the music push you into a dizzying freefall. Two songs sound completely different from how you'd written it. But you like it this way. Two voices swirling around the deep, rich bones of drums and bass. Shay's good! Well, that's what I was thinking, but yeah, I guess if we're gonna be doing the dating route, right? You know? For a moment, there's only you and Shay, and the electric pulse of music as it courses through your veins. Goosebumps rise up along your arms. In the third verse, Shay lifts the melody, unexpectedly climbing instead of falling, a question. You shift the tempo in the fourth and final verse and reframe the first, the same chords but reversed, an answer. Your voices lock on the last note of the song, Shay's molten gaze finds yours. The audience bursts into rapturous applause, hell yeah! You come up to stand beside Shay and her bandmates. Thank you, we're 1am Lepak Band. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas! After your performance, well, speaking of family dinner time, have for lunch. Okay, enjoy lunch! Yeah, I know it's actually a really early stream today, huh? You sit down on a small stool next to Shay. You're still sweaty and breathless, but vibrating with familiar post-show adrenaline. That was amazing. You were incredible. I mean, that was pretty incredible that you guys improv that. Shay holds your gaze for a beat too long, acknowledging the moment of wordless telepathic communication you both felt. Yeah, exactly. You could still feel the echo of that last note lodged between your ribs. You introduce yourself to Shay's bandmates. I'm King Seng. Lice. You blink, unsure. Wait, that was bass, right? Okay, so I was right. It is a bass. I'm unsure if you heard the name correctly. It's because once it gets in your hair, and once I'm in your life, I'm impossible to get rid of. God damn, that's nice. Good job, Lice. Conversation between the four of you flows easily over drinks. King Seng is laid back and easygoing. Lice is delightfully blunt. So, are you the neighbor who keeps yelling at Shay about muddy bike tracks? Shay laughs, shaking her head. No, the mom's the one who yells at me. You snort, elbowing Shay. You talk about my mom, but not me, and not about me? Shay laughs. You jealous? Don't worry, Shay talks about you too. She made us watch all your YouTube music videos yesterday. Well, that's why you guys knew how to do the song, because I was thinking, that's crazy that you guys practiced this. Shay blinks, uncharacteristically nervous. Did we do the song justice? You nod, smiling as you recall how the song had been transformed. I loved it. We should record that version together. You didn't realize this was something you'd been missing, but tonight, playing music with Shay and her bandmates, you feel seen in a way you haven't been in a long time. Lepak, spend time loafing around. Oh, okay. Why are you guys called the 1 a.m. Lepak band? Lepak is the Malay word for chill or slack off, but maybe there's a story to the name. One night, about 2 years ago, Liza and I were performing at a bar in Bugis. Bugis? That was before I was part of the band. They had a different drummer then, too. The amp blew. We were getting a lukewarm reaction from the crowd. At some point, a drunk man just stands up and he shouts, "Go sell insurance or something, losers." Fast forward to after the performance, we head to a coffee shop and our drummer quits. She said, "We're just a bunch of friends who lepak and play music together, not a real job." You nod sympathetically. Your parents and extended family have expressed similar sentiments on more than one occasion. Obviously, she meant it negatively, but I overheard the conversation and thought it sounded like fun. He pulls up a chair next to us and starts talking. The 1 a.m. Lepak band was born. Shay grins at you. You're welcome to join a band anytime. Wow, I could be like the 4th member, holy shit. Lice and Kim sang snort. After a beat, you laugh too. I'll keep that in mind. At some point, after polishing off the drinks and food, the 4 of you joined the throng of people dancing in front of the stage. Whatever, let's go. Move a little closer. Man, we're already here, right? At some point, the 2 of you lose Kim Sang and Lice in the crowd. Shay steps closer, taking your hand. Oh, we got a CG for moving closer. That's so cute. Is this okay? You nod, skin tingling just slightly from the contact. The 2 of you dance till your head's spinning in a whirl of color and sound. When the singer croons something about tropical Christmas, kisses on a beach under palm fronds, Shay's gaze shifts down to your lips and makes no moves to hide it. No, not again. Alright, let's go. I'd just be doing anything in my run. Maybe it's the alcohol, maybe it's the atmosphere, the way Shay's looking at you. Whatever it is, the kiss sends electricity shooting down your spine all the way to your toes. The way that we only met yesterday, that's crazy. Around you, everyone else melts away in a blur of motion. When you finally pull back, Shay continues to rest her forehead on yours a while longer, tracing a thumb slowly along your lower lip. I've wanted to do that since the moment we met. Do you flirt with everybody? No. Was it what you imagined? That and more? Wow. As the song winds to a close, you rejoin Shay's bandmates at the table. You catch Lice and Kim Sang looking at you curiously, but at your self-conscious expression, Lice rolls her eyes and waves a hand at you. Don't worry, nothing I haven't seen before. Shay laughs, shaking her head. You guys are the worst wingmen ever. The 3 of them devolve into good-natured bickering. Eventually, you decide to call it a night. It's getting late, and the venue has begun to empty out. At home. Instead of taking a taxi back, you'd accepted a ride back from Shay on her motorbike. Oh my god. Full bad girl, she even got a motorbike. I like the lights here though, the Christmas lights. Cool wind buffets your face and the engine trums beneath you. You're beginning to relax, taking in the Christmas lights when the bike suddenly sails over a speed bump. You get a millisecond of airtime before hitting the ground again and nearly crashing into Shay's back. Hi Chi, hi Wonder Waffle, thank you for dropping by, nice to see you. She laughs but doesn't take her eyes off the road. You can hold on to me if you want. Yeah, sure, yeah. Shay leans back slightly so you can feel her warm body against yours. You rest your chin on her shoulder. Enjoying the ride? There's so much I'm considering getting myself a motorbike. Shay chuckles. At the next stoplight, she looks over at you, dark eyes sparkling. In the meantime, I'd be happy to take you as many joyrides as you want. Shay makes another wide turn, swooping sensation makes your pulse race, and your grip around Shay's waist tightens a little. My aunt used to fetch me on her motorbike as a kid. She called it eating air. Thank you for hydrating. As the bike flies along the nearly empty roads, you taste the crisp night air on your tongue. I can see why she called it that. The ride is almost too short. Before you know it, Shay pulls up in the car park of your apartment block. Shay pauses. I had a really nice time tonight. She looks hopefully at you. Wanna come over to my... Yo! Yeah, okay, let's go. Shay's eyes light up in genuine excitement. She takes your hand and the two of you walk toward the lift lobby where you first met. Whoa, nice room. Shay leads you into her bedroom, flicking on the lights. It's been a long time since you'd felt this thrumming. The pulsing electricity with someone other than that. You push aside this thought. You look around the room. It's crowded with all sorts of posters, as expected, plants of various shapes and sizes. There's a guitar hanging on the wall and even an old vinyl record player on a side table. If you're wondering, I'd recently installed some soundproofing so the neighbors don't complain about jamming sessions. Occasionally, it comes in handy for other Yo! You snort, punching her in the arm. Shay laughs and puts on a canto pop record on. A smoky velvet baritone fills the room. Intimate! What do we even have? Are we even ready for that? I mean, it's still more friend zone though. Wait, I didn't mean to open this. How do I close this? Oh, there. Well, we could save. Alright, return. Walk Shay toward the bed, smiling, intimate, snuggle in the bed, enjoy the music together, sit on the edge of Shay's bed, chatting. What happens? You press a hand to Shay's chest, walking her toward the bed. When the back of her knees hit the bed, she grins concerned. Kiss me. Blood pools at your gut, you don't need to be asked twice. This time, the kiss is open-mouthed, hungry and a little sloppy. You taste the gin and lime on Shay's lips. Every last shred of your caution falls away in a haze of desire. Shay's hands slide down your body to your hips and pause at the hem of your shirt. She breaks away long enough to look at you, eyes hooded. Man. I mean, I don't know what I expected, but I didn't think we'd actually go into it like this, huh? You nod, letting out a soft huff of breath when Shay strips off your shirt. Her clothes join yours in heat by the bed. Shay tips you over onto the bed and things progress very quickly after that. Yo! A while later. Gradually, the two of you come down from your highs, breaths evening out. Your body still tingles with residual pleasure, completely loose and boneless. Shay lends you a fresh set of clothes, and then the two of you settle back into the bed next to each other. Shay rests your head on your shoulder, smiling. Wait! We just met each other yesterday, though. Is this okay? You know, I was expecting you to be good, but that was a tad better than good. You laugh. Tad better than good. Such scintillating praise. Shay wraps an arm around you, scooting closer. She traces her fingers along your body, mapping its contours. Want to hear something a little sad? Oh no. There's a raw honesty in Shay's gaze that makes you sober up a little. You get the feeling that Shay hasn't told this story to many people because it spills out of her in jumbled pieces. In junior college, I had a crush on a basketball teammate. For weeks, it appeared as though she felt the same way, but she never said anything explicitly. We went to prom with different dates, of course, but we bumped into each other in the bathroom. Yes, where's this going? You raise an eyebrow. Shay nods, shooting you a wry look. Yeah, teenage hormones. You can probably guess what happened next. Things got heated. One of our teachers walks in on us. That might not have been a big deal, but my teammate blurts I'd come on to her. That she hadn't wanted any of it. Oh, that's rip. Your gut twists, arm tightening around Shay. Oh shit. Yeah, they believed her because I wasn't exactly a model student in those days. And after that, I was kicked out of the school, and my parents, well, my aunt took me in. I turned 18 a year later and never looked back. Shay's tone softens, and she waves a hand at you, winking. So lesbian, there's a toxic... Oh my god. But I'm a girl too, of course! We're also Yuri! I like to think things have gone uphill since then. Shay sobers up slightly. There's something dark and fierce burning steadily in her eyes. People keep telling me to leave Melbourne, London. Shay shoots an eyebrow, dimples flashing. New York? But why should I be the one to leave? I have people I care about. I'm happy here. Most days anyway. You laugh, touch a hand to Shay's cheek gently. Now, knowing this about her, you can't help seeing her easy, laid-back optimism as courage, something she had chosen and continues to choose. You had run away, half the world away in search of happiness, freedom. She had found it here, somehow. Leslie Chung's voice floats through the room, ethereal and wistful. Shay's so close you could feel the warmth from her skin. I'd like it very much if you stayed over tonight. With my parents. Whatever, I'm right next door. The two of you curl into each other, the last song fading into a quiet hush. She was just vulnerable to us. We can't just leave like that, right? Isn't that kind of like rude? Good night. You shut your eyes, listening to Shay's even breaths until a dream tugs at the edges of your consciousness. The next morning, you wake up to the sunlight streaming in from the window. You blink blearily, orienting yourself in the unfamiliar room. Memories of last night come back to you in little snatches. Shay's still fast asleep, smiling faintly. Whatever dreams he's having, it must be a good one. You turn onto your side, watching the dappled morning light cast dancing shadows across Shay's face. Smile, take things as they come, sharp twins of regret. What the hell? I'm afraid of commitment. No. Smile. A buoyant floating feeling spreads itself through your body. Your heart swells with an irrational fondness for this person you've only just met. I'm glad we're addressing that. You no longer believe in love at first sight or soulmates, but you can't deny how quickly you've been drawn to Shay. You like the way she makes you laugh and the way that she'd eased in your chest. You hadn't felt so comfortable with anyone but Nat in a long time. Last night's intimacy had felt new and unfamiliar, but maybe you needed that. You're up early. Did we not tire each other out enough last night? Yo! Her voice is low and teasing, still rough from sleep. Shay reaches out to trace her thumb along the curve of your jaw, making your entire body tingle. What are you doing? I want to remember this. All of this. Your heart flutters. You use that line on everyone you sleep with? Me what I said the night before, huh? Shay tilts her chin, gaze impossibly soft. Just you. Damn. The sun slowly lifts itself up above the horizon, setting the sky ablaze with color. Eventually, you both sit up. Stay for breakfast? You're tempted to say yes, but you know you should really be going back home. It might be already too late to pretend you'd gone home last night. Shay picks up your discarded clothes from the ground, passing them over. I'd like to see you again, though. Shay scoots a little closer, expression hopeful. There's a boxing gym I go to in Geylang. Do you want to come with me? We could have dinner after. You raise an eyebrow, and Shay laughs. I know it sounds like I'm suggesting it so I could beat you up, but it'll be fun, I promise. Even lice think so, and they hate exercise. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's just like, yeah, sure. I mean, like, wow! I didn't think it could get this high in the demo. Holy shit. First you steal my lift, now you drag me somewhere to beat me up. But your tone is teasing. Shay's eyes sparkle. You won't regret it. Damn. After breakfast. To appease your mother with your disappearance last night, you spend most of the day with your family. That afternoon, the four of you play mahjong. The Christmas presents are extended from your extended family are stacked in a pile between you. Winner takes all. What? Winner takes all? To nobody's surprise, your mother ends up winning by a big margin. As a result, she's in such a good mood she doesn't even complain that much when you tell her you're eating out with your old junior college friends. When evening rolls around, you meet Junie by the river as promised. Oh no, wait, this is the class reunion. Oh my god, I still showed up. Find yourself. That's a cute shirt. Oh, got the mahjong. Hell yeah. She pulls you into a bone-crushing hug, thumping you on the back as though executing the Heimlich maneuver. People are gonna be so excited to see you. It's been years. The two of you stroll along the river to the restaurant where you'll be meeting the rest of your classmates. Hey, maybe this is the day you and Chu finally get over the bad blood between... I mean, about that. You never actually told her what went down all those years ago, even though you suspect Junie guesses some part of it. 7 years ago. Oh, I want to know what happened. In the months leading up to the national examinations at the end of junior college, Chu and you spend most of your days working, amidst of your waking hours after school studying together. Amidst a whirlwind of classes, mock exams, college applications, you and Chu fall even more in love. And one afternoon, the two of you head to the library after class, but the air condition isn't working. Your brother invited some friends over, so your house is out. Guess we could go to my place. My mom's out with a friend today. She'll be back late. You brighten. Chu hasn't invited you over in weeks because her parents are going through a rough patch. She's spending as little time as possible at home. All you know is that Chu's mom had found out about her dad cheating. Oh no. Chu never wants to talk about it. Sure, I'll come. Can we make dumplings for dinner together after? As far as you're concerned, that recipe is the only worthwhile thing Chu ever inherited from her mother. I swear it's the only reason why you continue to hang out with me. Among other things. You slip your hand into Chu's fingers and lacing together as you head toward the bus stop. You settle down next to Chu at her dining table. Aw man, dad cheating and then they had like this big wedding. Aw. The two of you work mostly in companionable silence. You're finishing up a chemistry assignment. Chu's doing a literature mock paper. After 2 hours, your attention slowly begins to wander. Chu looks up, narrowing her eyes at you. I can feel your gaze from here. She looks up at you, lips curling into a crooked smile. You promise not to be distracting. You're the one being distracting. You see Chu's throat bob up and down as she swallows, gaze growing thick. I got 5 more minutes on my practice test. When you move a little closer, thigh pressing against Chu's, you see a small flicker of desire dance across her features in response. I should be doing anything. Chu makes a small noise and kisses it back, hungrily. Her hand comes up to grip your jaw, and all the blood pools in your gut. Oh my god! This is what happened! I fucked it up! Oh, I fucked it up! I fucked it all up! So that's what happened, huh? Ma'am, I can explain, madam. Bro, the moment the mom showed up, I actually got jump scared by that. Chu's mom appears at the threshold of the living room. You hadn't heard her come in. Judging by her horrified expression, she has definitely seen everything. Chu hastily lets go of you and steps back. She tries to school her expression into something fairly neutral, but you know her well enough to see panic in her dark eyes. Shit, that's exactly what I feel. There's a terrible long and terrible silence. The thump of your heart's beat, the only unreliable measure of time you have. Chu doesn't tear her eyes from her mother. An entire conversation seems to be had in your presence, except you have no idea what was being said. Finally, Chu's mom rounds on you. I knew there was something wrong with you. It's not what you think. You'll never know what Chu had intended to say because Chu's mother cuts her off. She holds nothing back. The Mandarin words come out as you, sharp, fast, and like throwing knives. In English, Mrs. Lin had always been hard and derisive, but in Mandarin, she's a force to behold, a typhoon sweeping and tempestuous. You think this is love? Oh my god. Beneath the surface of fury, you fear a pang of fear and repulsion in her face that makes your gut twist. Chu is not like you. One day she'll wake up and see what this is for. See this for what it is, a perversion. She spits the last sentence out at you. The words wedge like barbs in your heart, sinking deep into soft flesh, slicing all the way through. Oh god, this is a very bad situation to be in. Fierce defense. Shake your breath, tell her how gently feel. Straight for the jugular. That's the rich lecture. Oh my god, this is like the complete this is the complete violence route. But what if we try to be a bit gentle about it? You know, genuine. You know this woman deserves nothing of your honesty, but you give it anyway. And for Chu, partially, but mostly for yourself. Words well up from deep inside you and flows through your veins, spilling out of your mouth before it can stop them. You've never had to use Mandarin for anything other than writing academic essays before, but you try your best to find the right words. For the deep, intangible feeling of peace you feel when you're with Chu. For the warmth that fills in your chest when you first see Chu walking down the corridor in the morning. I get it. You want what's best for her, but I do too. Finally, you tear your gaze from Chu's mother to look directly at Chu. Chu's gaze is raw and too tender. You're still presumably speaking to Chu's mother, but the words are meant for her. Maybe you're right. Maybe we're not meant for each other. Maybe we're not meant to last. Maybe we're just two teenagers being stupid. But I want to give it a shot. For a moment, it seems neither Chu nor her mother have anything to answer to this. Then Mrs. Lin snaps at you. That's enough. You can tell your words have rattled Chu's mother to her core. The hollowness in her tone hits you harder than the rage that had preceded it. Don't lecture me about what love looks like. I still kinda ended up that way, huh? Her voice trembles slightly, the first sign of weakness you'd seen from her. I know about mistakes disguised as love, and believe me, I do not wish that on Chu, nor on you. She picks up your bag on the ground and hands it to you. Go. This is the last I want to see or hear of you. Through it all, Chu says nothing, just stares at you, dark eyes swirling. This, more than anything else, is what breaks your heart. You bite down so hard on your lower lip that you taste the metallic taste of blood. Ah, after that day. Thanks for saying what you did. You know she won't change her mind, though. I didn't say those things for her, I said them for you. Chu simply stares at you, warmth and regret wearing in her eyes. You realize that as long as the specter of Chu's parents' pride and their expectations hang over her like a noose, Chu will never be happy. And you will always be collateral damage. The realization turns this into a cold, hard pebble in your gut. You shake your head, staring straight into Chu's eyes. In the span of few wordless minutes, something inside you wilts and turns to ash. Chu catches your arm, voice breaking. Don't make me choose between you and everything else I can't. Your heart, made brittle by everything that had happened yesterday, finally shatters completely. I'm not the one making this an either-or situation. Don't pin it. Ah, I see why we fought. Okay. Chu's face is wan, making the dark circles more obvious. Had she gotten any sleep last night? Well, let's just not hang in my house. I'll tell my parents I'm studying outside alone. Nothing has to change. An easy fix, as long as you stay within the clean lines of Chu's boundaries and never ask for more. Chu would pretend the problem doesn't exist. No, if that's all I'll ever have, I'd rather walk away now. Not because fuck, I'd rather have something than nothing at all. Damn. Where's Chu? Aw, damn. Oh fuck. Wait, I accidentally opened the save menu again. Okay, well, might as well. Damn, it's complicated, huh? What if you just walk? No. But I'm sorry. You know it's over. There's no going back after this. The damage is done. In the place of heady, giddy feeling of falling in love, being in love, there's only hollow, gnawing feeling of betrayal. Now it's about your grades. Next it'll be your career, but underneath it all, there'll always be the chokehold of your parents, their expectations of what your life should look like. You'll have to pick, and I'll be the one that gets dropped. There's a long silence. If Chu said something then, anything to refute this, you might not have walked away. But she doesn't. So you turn and you don't look back. Oh, man. Our doomed Yuri. The next few days morph into weeks. You still see Chu in class and sometimes after school, but you barely talk to each other. The haunted look in Chu's eyes never go away. You stop dreaming about the future you could have shared with Chu. Instead, pour all your energy into studying just to fill the hole in your heart that had once been reserved for Chu. Nothing feels the same, but you lie to yourself that you could just make it through the exams, earn your ticket out of Singapore, and leave all the pain behind. Soon, classes come to an end. You take your exams and leave the rest up to fate. I mean, like, it's a really sad choice, but I feel like it's the one that makes the most sense, considering that you do move to New York and all that. In the end, you get a full scholarship to NYU and you hear that Chu's headed to the best law program in the country. Once, you might have hesitated at the thought of accepting an offer that would bring you halfway around the world for 4 years. But those days are long over. You submit your official acceptance to NYU, eager to reinvent yourself in a new city. That's the last you see of Chu. Back to the present. 26 December. You and Junie have both stopped walking. Junie had listened to the entire story without interrupting, but now she rests a hand on your shoulder and squeezes. Damn, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Chu told me some of it, but I hadn't realized it was so bad. Junie pulls you into a hug and you let yourself relax into the embrace. You do feel a little lighter now that you've told Junie about what happened. Aw, at least she's a really good friend about it. You gonna be okay later, if Chu shows up? Junie jerks a thumb the way you'd come. Because if you'd like to bail, I know the best Burmese place down that way. You wave a hand at Junie. I'll be fine. The restaurant's all sleek. Black and white lines and dark mahogany. The space trumps with Christmas Eve energy, clinking glasses, bursts of laughter, murmur of low conversation. You scan the sleek interior until you spot familiar faces at the corner booth. Let's go check your classmate and Junie's boyfriend. Gives you both an enthusiastic wave and dashes over, pulling you both you and Junie into a bear hug. You're heading towards the table with the two of them when the door swings open again. Summoning instinct, perhaps, maybe just bad timing, makes you turn to look. Chu stands at the doorway, the smile on your face freezes in place. Time slows, Chu's eyes meet yours, and the air whooshes out of your lungs. Her dark gaze is exactly how you remember it. Turbulent, depthless, frustratingly unreadable. You let your eyes trace the hard, angular structure of her cheekbones, jaw down to her tailored shirt and pants. It all speaks subtly of success, power, and prestige, all the things Chu's parents had always wished for, no, expected of her. You hear she's a public prosecutor now, and she certainly looks like the sort of person you wouldn't want to go up against in court. And yet the subtle softening of her eyes as she holds your gaze, you see traces of the Chu you once knew. There's a hollow ache in your chest. Slowly, Chu lifts her chin and her lips curl up into a wry, almost cryptic smile. I was starting to think I'd never see you again. Oh, this tough. Oh my god. Me too, I say coldly. It's been a while. Remain silent, overcoming emotion. I'd just be doing anything, sorry guys. I miss you too, I admit, too honest for my own good. You stare at Chu, the first person you'd fallen in love with and the first person to break your heart. In the end, the words spill out of you before you can stop them. I missed you. Your honesty seems to floor the both of you. Chu blinks a couple of times, then takes a soft, shuddering breath. You had known that meeting Chu again would send all those memories rushing back, but it had a stronger hold on you than you'd expected. Her face softens into a smile that makes your stomach flip. I missed you too. You let out a soft sigh even after everything that had happened. It seems that Chu still has the same ability to scramble your logical thinking brain. Chu presses a strand of hair out of her eyes. You recognize the tick. She does it when she's nervous or uncertain, and there had been a time you found it impossibly endearing. After chatting for a while, Chu's gaze slides to the table where your classmates are seated, watching the two of you with undisguised curiosity. She tilts her chin to the back exit. Can we talk outside for a bit? I nod warily. Okay. Your heart rate quickens and your throat goes so dry you don't trust yourself to speak. Instead, you nod wordlessly, already praying fervently this isn't a terrible mistake. Chu's expression takes on an unmistakable glimmer of hope. Oh, this is a nice alley. You follow Chu to the back door of the restaurant of the alley. The door swings shut behind you, shutting off the noise. The alley is almost empty, save for several lonely pigeons pecking on the ground for invisible food scraps. The crescent moon hangs over a silver comma between the rooftops of old slop houses. The back doors are flanked by a motley arrangement of dented garbage bins, air-conditioning compressor units, and plastic chairs well worn from countless smoke breaks. For a while, the two of you stare at each other without speaking. Once, almost 10,000 miles of sea had stood between you and the past that you'd fought so hard to leave behind. And now, Chu is standing so close you can smell the familiar scent of her soap. True to character, she hasn't changed it after all these years. You step back, trying to render her proximity less overpowering. You don't want to be reminded of sweeter times, simpler times, times when touching Chu, loving Chu, had been as natural as breathing. Okay, we're outside. What did you want to say? Chu takes a deep breath, and something shifts in her expression. Whatever had remained of her hard exterior crumbles to dust in front of you. Wanted to apologize for the way things ended. Your heart drops to the pit of your stomach. I assumed you'd always be in my life. I was 18 and stupid, and Chu keeps going, words coming out rough and unpracticed. I achieved everything on their list, ticked them off one by one, and it didn't make me feel anything. Chu sucks in a breath and chokes out the words. I thought I could do what my parents wanted and come back for the things that actually made me happy afterward. But by then you were already gone. Aww. Wait, this is actually wholesome. You think of that afternoon in Chu's house, everything that Chu's mother had said and everything Chu had not. You had to look at Chu for a long moment without saying anything, palms sweating in the humid air. I never stopped wondering if things might have turned out differently if I had said something then. If I had asked you to stay all those years ago. Why are you telling me this now? You don't get to do this. You made your decision, I made mine, now we live. You know, it's the demo, so I've been doing anything, but I wonder if there's actually a repercussion for being like so close to everybody. I feel like there might be, but I don't know. But I want to say it. She was making you feel things you weren't sure you're not sure you want to feel. You wave a hand at the tailored suit and carefully styled hair, evidence accumulated of how much your lives had diverged. You squeeze your eyes shut, feeling the wound split open, your voice rawer than you expected. You fight for every goddamn thing in your life, but you never fought for me. So let me. Chu looks down at her hands, then back up at you. I know it's too late for all of that, but when Junie told me you'd be here today, I knew I had to try to talk to you this time at least. So many things have not changed. Her intent gaze, her determined set of her jaw, the way she makes you feel like you're the only person in the world. And yet there are so many other things that will never be the same. Years you've lost and you would never get back. I'm not asking to turn back the clock, just lunch this week. That's all it has to be. Okay, what harm can it do? This is exactly what you dreamed of once. If this had happened years ago, you would have said yes in a heartbeat. But now, you're wary. Even against your better judgment, you find yourself nodding before your logical mind has time to protest. Chu's entire face lights up, pulling some old sensations out of you with that smile. The hairs on your arms prickle at the warmth that blooms in your chest in response. The pigeons continue pecking at the ground, the moon hasn't moved an inch, but something inside you shifts. Holy shit! That really brought it up, huh? Okay. I guess I'd be on page 2. Okay. Back at home. That night, when you return home, you realize everyone's been asking you the same question. Are you staying this time? Chu had asked it first before you left for New York. Then, nearly a decade later. Nat, on a hot afternoon at the beach, then a snowy street on New York. Shay, as you danced with her in a throng of people and in the privacy of her room the next morning. For years, you've been living in the space between cities, between a past you can't forget and a future that's just out of reach. Tomorrow, you'll wake up from your childhood bedroom with 4 days left in Singapore before the new year. As you walk from the car park to your apartment, you wonder what it would take to finally arrive at the answer to the question. You reach the end of the demo tank playing. Aww! Based on your choices in this playthrough, these scenes will be available in the full game. Oh! Catch up with Chu over lunch. Spend time with Nat, see if there's anything left to say. Nat does come to Singapore then! Because this is where we were earlier. Go boxing with Shay and have dinner after. Have a follow-up conversation about with your mother about what she said in the kitchen. Oh no, this is gonna be about the father. Probably, like, sick. Many more scenes. Different choices might unlock other scenes in another playthrough. The full game releases winter 2026. Nice! Nice! Wait. Oh, wait, this isn't the main menu. Wait, how do I get back to the main menu now that we finished it? Holy shit! Are you staying this time? Low-key, like, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who I would pursue fully yet because they all seem really sweet. And, like, actually their writing is all pretty human. They all have their own, like... I can believe them. I believe how humanely they were written. But if it's just about staying in Singapore or going back to New York, from what I've seen in the demo, I kind of really want her to stay. Like, I said I don't know who I would want to pursue romance with. That's true. But I think in the case of like... just the family, something is clearly... Like, your family's been missing you that whole time you were in New York, and something is clearly wrong with, like, the father. And you don't know how much time he might have left, you know? You could find other people to date, but you won't have another father. So, if it was up to me, just from what I've seen in the demo, I'd hope she would stay. If I, like, when I play a full game, you know, I'd hope she would stay. I think that's partially also why I'm a bit more inclined to the romantic interests that are in Singapore, like Shay and Chu. Because if we go back with Nat, the higher possibility is that means going back to New York. But I want her to stay in Singapore. Yeah. That's how I feel. The game was actually, like, I knew it was gonna be kind of chill, which was nice. But it was, like, kind of unexpectedly really real. I know there was, like, the content warning near the start, but it was unexpectedly really real, and it's not a bad thing. It was kind of nice. I kind of enjoyed the demo, so yeah. I'm curious about, like, other paths you could have taken. Probably this is all, like, if you weren't committing to everything, because I was committing to everything, right? I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna hang out, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go do that, yeah, okay, I'm gonna kiss them, you know, like I've been committing to everything in the demo so far. But like, again, I really wonder if that's gonna have consequences like in a full run, but I think that's something I'd only see in the full game. But I appreciate that the end of the demo had like a, based on your choices, you will see this, and this, and more. Like, I guess it confirms to me like the things that I was doing is making an effect, and like that's cool. Alright, that's the end of the Mere Crisis extended demo. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a fun time. I had a fun time playing the game. I'm kind of liking it a lot. And then also from this main menu, you can see like both the male and female designs of the love interest. And see guys, look, Chu is a baddie as a girl. Chu is just a baddie as a girl. One of my favorite designs for real. Alright. With that, I guess we'll be ending off today's stream. Kind of shorter than usual, yes. But it was pleasant. I had fun. And take care of yourselves. Have a nice day or night. Have a good weekend. And see you all next time next week. Bye-bye. Thank you. Take care. I forgot to press the transition button. Anyways.